My name is Heather Miller and I work for Haymarket Gainesville Library, and you probably came here to learn how to stab people with style. Before we get into that though, we need to go through a few disclaimers first.
Please have adult supervision, and don't stab said adult supervision. For the sake of this introduction, we like to keep our blade tips in inanimate objects, not animate ones. Thank you for your cooperation.
So, what is fencing? And what kind of swords do you use to fence? Because not all swords are used the same way.
Fencing originated as a sport in Western Europe around the mid-19th century and joined the Olympics in the summer of 1896. Let's talk about how it got started. In the 16th century, the rapier, shown here, popularized a swift, skillful stabbing maneuver over the use of blunt force. In the 17th century, the French épée de corps, or small sword, refined these movements further.
Around this time, you still had people resolving conflicts in illegal street duels, but using this as a form of exercise rather than necessary preparation for a fight was popularized by fencing academies and manuals. Which brings us to the practice sword of choice and your starter sword for fencing, the foil. This baby. Right here.
The foil was primarily designed for safety. It is lightweight and used for thrusting maneuvers. Each of the three swords used in fencing have different target areas where you can land a blow to gain points. Foil has the most restricted target area, only along the fencer's torso. Many academies require fencers to use a foil as their first weapon. Next, we'll talk about the épée, my preferred sword of choice. Épées are heavier and stiffer, effectively blunted dueling swords. In épée, the whole body is target area, which is why you'll see the sword's guard, right here, is so much heftier. On to our last sword, one I sadly don't have an example of. Descending from Eastern scimitars, sabers come into the school of fencing around the end of the 19th century. The biggest difference with a saber, it is designed for slashing instead of stabbing. You use the edge of the blade instead of the tip the way you would in foil and épée. Its target area is anywhere from the waist up.
Now that you're armed with the knowledge of fencing armaments, you'll be ready for our next video, where we're going to cover the basic footwork for fencing, this quirky thing called right of way, and how to lunge. Until next time, keep your swords shiny.